peace, peace, peace. Hey, tribe. I'm gonna let everybody come on in. Super excited. Peace, wholeness, love, and light to the tribe. Okay. Hope everyone out there is doing well. And yes, we're just doing I'm feeling the vibes today, okay? Was really feeling eager, was really feeling happy about coming on live, okay? I've been waiting so patiently to tap in with the tribe, okay? But there are a few messages that are coming through, okay? It's all about the collective and how we are tapping into this new energy. How are we resting in this new energy? Are you confident that you have made the right investments with yourself? Okay, are you sure? And are you sure? Okay, can you double down? Can you go all in on the investments that you have been making? Okay, and this is all about investments with yourself, your energy, what you're consuming, things that you're pouring into, things that you're letting pour into you. Okay, this is just all about you and us as a collective as we continue to rise our frequency and push through these energies. Okay, how is everyone feeling? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? um I feel like there is a lot of unexpected things that have been happening, and it all has to deal with abundance, right? So, how are we growing and maintaining our energy? How are we growing and maintaining our abundance? How are you growing and maintaining those high vibes that you got on yourself, okay? Because we're not letting nobody dim our light. We're not letting nobody take away our peace. We're not letting nobody take away our energy, okay? We are elevating, we are ascending, okay? And that comes from all of these past experiences that we have had that gives us this gift of discernment, right? So, yeah, I want to know how y'all feeling today, okay? Where y'all calling in from, where y'all watching from. I know we got some international people here, but it's all love, okay? It's all love. We all are here to tap into this collective consciousness as the earth frequency continues to rise. Peace. You said the Netherlands. Peace. Shout out to the Netherlands. Peace, Fatima. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, I feel like there is a huge energy shift that is going on right now. And Duval, okay, we got some island tours. Okay, we got some island teams popping off in the chat. I love it. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I just really wanted to tap in with the collective today. Ooh, my ears are ringing. Woo! I really want to tap into the energy today to see how is the collective feeling. Okay, I had just did a very powerful message. Exactly, you already know. We are the antennas, we are the Wi-Fi, and we're being tuned in and tapped into a higher frequency at this exact moment. Okay. A lot of people are feeling the shifts. A lot of people are feeling this frequency. A lot of people are feeling the energy. They don't know what's going on. They thinking they're going crazy. They thinking they're losing their mind. No, you're not. We are just shifting and elevating with this current frequency of the earth. And as the earth is terraforming and shifting and upgrading, so are we. Okay. So just be mindful of how you feel. Be mindful of your energy. I was so tired. Has anybody else been more tired than usual? Okay, just like I'm normally tired, but my body, right? Our bodies are feeling the shift, right? This isn't just a mental thing, right? Being mentally tired, being emotionally tired, being physically drained. Okay, it's like that's a whole nother different thing. So it's about listening to your body as well. What is your spirit calling you to do? How are you feeling right now? And tuning into that vibration and listening to that. Okay. But yeah, I really wanted to tap in with the tribe and see how y'all was feeling. Okay, because this energy has been, wow, unlike any other frequency that I have felt in the past 2 years. It's very unexpected. Like, it's a lot of unexpected things that are happening, literally like a volcano erupting, literally like an earthquake. Like, things are getting shook up in your physical reality, in your spiritual reality, in your environment, in your mind. Okay, you could be thinking a lot more. You could be wanting to express yourself in a whole nother different form and fashion. That is all a part of this energetic upgrade. Okay, so really getting in tune with like your soul mission, your soul desire, and letting that energy, letting that essence just radiate out. Okay. um there's also this, because when I say unexpected abundance, right? Some people like to associate abundance with money, but abundance is so much more than money, right? It could be abundance of love, abundance of opportunities, abundance of things, and we are experiencing abundant energy, right? So this energy is coming in, and we are able to alchemize it the way that we want. We're able to manipulate it and use it for however we want. So this is where you want to make sure that you are tapping into your purest, truest intentions right now. You don't want to be getting distracted or letting anyone manipulate you. You want to be able to manipulate the energy for your best benefit. So this is a time where it's crucial to be very clear about what it is that you want and your goals and what it is that you're seeking right now, what it is that you are giving your attention to, as this is your energetic bank and your energetic currency, right? Attention is a new currency, right? All of these views, all of the likes, right? That's something that you're giving your attention to. So this is about tapping into that frequency and not letting anything take you off of that energetic vibration as things are shifting higher and we're going higher. Okay, so be very intentional about what it is that you want. Be very intentional about what it is that you're doing, because this energy is coming in waves. Some people are feeling it heavy. Some people are feeling a little off. You just want to center yourself and get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your natural frequency, your natural vibration, so that way you can kind of see how to move and how to maneuver through this energy right now and pivot the right way. As we're in a huge transformational cycle. Like, the cycle that we're in right now is going to set us up for the rest of our future, for the rest of this legacy. This is like the foundation, right? So whatever you've been investing in your foundation, you're putting in the groundwork for that legacy. You're putting in the groundwork for the next future generations right now. And a lot of us have put in a lot of work. A lot of us, our karmic banks are already filled, right? And we're getting a lot of that abundant energy. We're getting a lot of prosperity. We're getting a lot of joy. We're getting a lot of recognition. We're getting a lot of soulmates that are entering in our auric field due to us pouring into ourselves, due to us expanding and sharing that love and light with others. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, somebody said something in the chat. Let me see what they said. The animals are connecting us. Look, I'm scared of lizards, but I can't sit outside without them running into me. Yeah, it's your frequency. Okay, you're going up in frequency, and I love that it's lizards, right? That is all about that transformation, right? That is all about that expanding and blending in and being optimistic as to what is coming into your frequency and your vibration right now. As lizards, to me, they symbolize reptilians, right? And some people like say, oh, now the reptilians, chill out, right? Chill out. It's not always so negative, right? Reptilians they have the capacity to shed skin. They have the capacity to regenerate, right? They also have that sense of transformation, this effortless transformation, as you go from that dragon, right? And then the dragon gets wings and is able to fly, and now it's the phoenix, right? So it is this phoenix rising energy as we come up from this lower sense of nature, this lower sense of ourselves, and continue to elevate and grow and mature and evolve, right? That's what this whole energy is about. And it's also about this cosmic egg, this cosmic seed, right? We are the star seeds, right? We are that egg. We are that embryo, right? And it's all about what we let in our auric field, in our circle, in our cycles, as we pay attention to certain patterns, right? As we're breaking through old things to tap into this higher sense of ourselves, to tap into this upgrade. Peace, 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 peace. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I appreciate all the love that y'all been sharing with me. And that's what it's about. It's about us raising our frequency and tapping into this higher sense of vibration as things are shifting around us, right? And it's all about what you perceive. What reality do you want to be in? Do you want to be in this doom and gloom and everything is out to get you and problems, problems, problems? Or are you going to be optimistic and raise your frequency and tap into this higher vibrational way of thinking and being the solution to the problems? Okay, we got these problems, but you know what we're gonna do about it, right? It's time to put in that work. It's time to be the boots on the ground. So it's all about changing your perspective and changing your perception of things to elevate higher, right? Because we could talk about negative things all day. What about the positive things? And then also taking action, right? That's how you manifest things. You have a thought, okay, I want to eat, right? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I want to eat some food, right? Now it's time to take action. Do I want to get up and make me a healthy dish? Do I want to get up and go out and get something? Or it's still an action. Do I want to order me something online? You always have multiple options when it comes to where you're headed in this path right now. So just always be in tune with your, like I said, be intentional. Be intentional. You want to always want to set those good intentions because that's going to be your starting point. That's always going to be the guiding light, right? As we are the lighthouse, right? We are those star seeds. We are that lighthouse that is guiding the way for ourselves and for others who may be in the dark, right? And you never know who's watching, right? So you always want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. And that's not a sense of being a perfectionist. That's just a sense of staying in tune with your authentic self, your authentic vibration. That's how you continue to elevate and grow, right? I'm not here to impress nobody, right? I know that I don't know everything. I'm just walking in my light and I'm experiencing my reality just as all of you are, right? But how do we continue to grow? How do we continue to elevate? That's the only thing that is constant is change. And the only thing that's guaranteed to us is death in this life. So how are we going to make the most out of each situation, right? We want to continue to spread our love, spread our light at this time. Okay, I see the chat moving. Hold on, let me, and it's 11:11. Okay, 11:11. Make a wish because your dreams is coming true. All right, it's a lot of abundant energy here. It's a lot of loving energy here as well. So you always want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward and staying true to who you are, speaking your truth because you never know who's watching, who's listening, and you might inspire someone. Okay. And it's not a sense of trying to look a certain way. Like y'all see me, I come on here, big t-shirt, like hair looking like I come on with my headscarf, right? So it's not about impressing anyone, right? Who are you trying to impress? No, it's about elevating yourself. It's about being in tune with who you truly are and not being afraid of that, especially during this age. You have to know who you are. You have to get in tune with who you are and not be afraid to express yourself, even if it means going against the social norms, right? And I feel like this is a very beautiful creative space. That's why I love just the community and the collective. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I love y'all dearly because this is a free space where we can come and congregate and network and have these mastermind groups and talk about whatever we want freely, being our authentic selves without a sense of judgment, right? Because I'm not here to judge nobody. That's not my place. I'm not a judge, right? You can take that up with the Most High. We are here just to express ourselves and inspire one another and motivate one another and enlighten one another and shed light on certain things that we may not see. And that's that whole shadow and light aspects as we are in this realm of duality. And we just have to always be open. Okay. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. I see y'all in the chat. Hey, Maximum Rising. Peace, sis. Love you. Okay. Let me see what else y'all said. Hey Queen, I look at problems as challenges instead. Yes, and we have to overcome them and transmute them. Yes, gotta transmute. Yes, okay, got you. Okay, good. Get it, got it, good. Okay. Recognize what's not aligned as an exciting change to uncover more truth. Exactly. Exactly. Like, as y'all know on my channel, I like to say we don't take losses. Those losses are lessons, and we turn those lessons into blessings. Okay. And I say that because you may see it as something bad. You may see it as an obstacle. You may see it as something negative, but really, that experience taught you something. Like, what did I learn? How did I grow? Right. And that's how I look at every experience. And it's not like I'm just, a secret spy. I'm just looking to what can I get out of it? What can I know? It's just in those moments when we're being free, when we're being open hearted, when we're opening up our minds, opening up our energy to people, we have this sense of vulnerability, right? We're being open. But there's also certain things that go past us, right? That we don't catch. And that's where those learning lessons and learning experiences come from, right? Because we always got that inclination, something ain't right here, something ain't right, okay? And let's just take it for relationships for instance, right? You see certain things that you don't agree with, right? But sometimes we get caught up, right? We get a little caught up sometimes, okay? We get a little hypnotized sometimes, right? So we look past those things, right? I love you enough to love you in your true authentic self. Now sometimes that may get us in a little bit of trouble, right? Because we know you got some things you need to work on, right? And that's where the lessons come in. Are you going to listen to your intuition? Are you going to go against your intuition, right? Because your spirit is telling you don't go to that party, but you go to the party anyway, and then a fight break out or they start shooting. Where I'm from, they get to fighting and shooting, okay? And it's like, spirit told me not to go to this party because every time we in Oakland, it's always they bipping. There's always something that's going on in Oakland, right? So you have to rise above the physical. Sometimes you have to detach, right, and listen to your intuition. What is your intuition guiding you to at this time? Okay, listen to yourself. Yes, thank you so much, Reddish. um I'm sorry, y'all know how I be. Y'all know I be going off on a tangent. Okay. um so I had no idea you were a Gemini. Yes, big Gemini energy. Okay, I'm one of the healed ones. I'm one of the ones that's working on themselves. Okay, we're not out here just saying random crazy things for shock appeal, right? To go viral. I'm not gonna clickbait you. All right, I'm gonna speak from my true heart. I'm gonna speak from each polarity as I see fit, right? So I'm going to look at it from both sides. I'm going to look at it from an unbiased side. I'm going to give you my true authentic opinion. But then if you really want, if you want you want to deep dive into the real, we can deep dive too, and then I can give you multiple perspectives. That's how I see a Gemini, or that's how I see anybody, because we have all of the signs within us, right? Sometimes we have to rise above certain things, like I said, detach from certain things because we lock ourselves in those boxes, right? And we want to break free. We want to think outside of the box as we continue to rise above. But when we're looking at certain paradigms, looking at certain pieces of the puzzle, certain pieces of the pie, right? Yes, I am a Gemini, and I like to communicate with my hands. Y'all see me doing this all the time. I talk with my hands. I express myself, right? I'm very logical when it comes to thinking and communicating. I'm a great listener. I'm hella childish, okay? I be in my childlike energy. My inner child loves to come out and play and smile and be giddy, right? And witty. And the polarity of that, sometimes I overthink a lot, right? I think too much. Sometimes it's hard for me to shut off my thoughts because my mind is always running, right? Sometimes it's hard for me to listen to myself because I have so many thoughts going on. Sometimes I self-sabotage. These are all things that I've been working on within myself to elevate myself so I can know myself and get in tune with that. So yeah, I'm a Gemini. Okay, I'm a Gemini. Right. What's everybody's signs? Drop your signs down in the chat. Okay. Represent. Right. What's your star sign? What's your sun sign? Let me know so we can see what type of energy we got up in here. Is it mostly air? Is it mostly fire? Do we got a whole bunch of cardinals? They trying to get stuff started. Pow, pow, pow up in here. What's really going on? Okay. You're amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. I see Scorpio, Aries. Okay. Ooh, Scorpio and Aries next to each other. I don't know. Y'all gonna get some stuff started up in here. Okay. Aquarius, yes. I love it. Pisces, okay, yes. I love that. Virgo, Ascendant, Scorpio, Moon, and Aquarius, yes. Aries, Aquarius, Taurus. Ooh, okay. I don't know. The Pisces is in here kind of. I don't know. These Pisces, you know, that's the two fish. All right, you could be a big shark or you can be a big whale, you can be a big fish. Okay. What's really popping? What's really going on? Okay. I love that. We have a lot of good energy in the chat. Okay, like I said, this is all about the tribe, this is all about the collective, and we're all elevating to rise our consciousness. Pisces, yeah. I seen Pisces. Y'all letting it be known. Hey, hold on. And that's one thing I love about Pisces is they're very subtle, right? Pisces be in the cut, right? They ain't, we be tucked. Pisces be tucked. But if you approach them, oh, they whole light just shine. Just, it be that hidden, right? They be tucked in a cut. I love it, right? I love all signs, but Pisces, y'all be, got my eyes on y'all. I'm watching y'all, even though y'all be in the cut. Okay, I see you, right? I see y'all. But yeah, I feel like as we're stepping into this Leo energy, and this is a time of exposure, right? So a lot of us we're being exposed to our true light. We're being exposed to who we truly are, whether if you're an Aries, right? So your mind is getting more clear, right? You're getting more organized, you're getting more focused, and you may be even centering that energy in your heart at this time, right? If you're a Taurus, you're really focused on being more grounded. You're getting exposed to a lot of different things that are in your realm of reality that you may need to work on or getting that foundation set. If you're a Gemini, your mind is being exposed, right? That subconscious mind, right? Really opening up to these different layers within yourself, right? If you're a Cancer, you're really opening up to your emotions, right? Really deep diving into that without being overly emotional, because they love to try to say my Cancers are crybabies. No, they not. They in tune, okay? Don't ever try to check no Cancer about their emotions. They tapped in and they in tune and they read you down if you let them, okay? So that's what it is. Everything is being exposed, right? Those Leos are really tapping into their heart and their heart's desires and attracting that attention in right now, right? So because it's their season, right? You got to give them their flowers. Happy birthday, okay? You bet not say happy birthday to a Leo. You gonna get you might get checked about it later. Like they're gonna let it slide, but you will get checked about it. You're gonna hear that lion roar a little bit later, okay? um then we also have the Virgos, right? So the Virgos, this is time where they're exposing their mental health, right? Getting more things in order, getting more things structured, really focusing on their health in all ways, right? So whether it's spiritual health, whether it's mental health, whether it's physical health, working out more, right? Also that sexual health, okay? Okay, now look, they getting it together. They're getting all their ducks in a row and transmuting that energy as these things are being exposed, right? Then we also have the Libras. They're being exposed to how to balance themselves, right? Because that's the thing about Libras. They come off very calm, very cool, very collected, but they also battle with that internal balancing of themselves, right? Trying to figure out, okay, should I make this decision? Am I going to be fair or am I just going to stay in the middle? So that is being exposed within them, right? Then we also have the Scorpios. I feel like the deep depths of their heart's desires and their soul is being exposed to them right now, right? It may have been clear, but right now it's like this. Like, what you gonna do about it, Scorpio? You know, Scorpio, they ain't going down without a fight, okay? They're my spiritual warriors. They like, okay, here's a challenge. All right, let me get I'm going to war. They're ready to go to war. So there's a lot of things within them that are being uprooted at this point in time, and it's being exposed, right? And so we're all being called to focus on something, right? The Sagittarius are what's your next goal? Right? You already got everything in order. Everything is struck. What's next? Right? And also balancing your flesh with your higher mind, your lower self with your higher self, right? Because you could go all day, right? You get lost in the ethers a lot because you be out in space, right? You be having to ground yourself, right? But as soon as you ground yourself, you're back into nature. You're back into that flesh. What's next? So you're getting things prepared for the future as you're getting ready to take off, right? And then we also have Capricorns, right? And we just had that full moon in Capricorn. So they're really deep. They're really in depth with their structure and their foundation and how can they better invest in themselves, right? They're having a full on investment with themselves and how can I better myself, right? instead of pouring into everyone else, I want to pour into myself so I can make myself feel better, right? I'm tired of giving. I'm tired of these people taking. All right, I'm about to pour into myself. I'm about to pour into my cup and make sure my cup is filled, right? And then we also have the Aquariuses, and I feel like Aquariuses are really into their intellectual mind, right? They're really in their higher mind. At this time, and just really letting that govern where they're going, right? Really trusting their spirit, really getting in tune with their spirit, not really thinking, okay, is this the right way? It's like, nah, I know this the right way. So they're really tapping into that. I know who I am. I know I will have what I desire. I know I will get what I need, and the world and source is going to provide for me, especially if I'm putting in the work, right? And how can I also expand this love and this self-service to the community, you said you quick with it. I mean, it's a lot. It's 12 signs, right? So I'm just giving a brief synopsis of the energy that we may be experiencing in as we go into this Leo energy. And like I said, last but not least is the Pisces, right? So a lot of Pisces are coming out of an old cycle, right? They're ending a lot of old karmic cycles, and it's about getting in tune with their true selves, right? Like I said, because they like to I got to give it how it's being given to me. They like to hide in the shadows as a mask, as a mirror. But when they get exposed to themselves, that's when they're able to deep dive within themselves, right? Because they're two fish and they're the last sign, so they don't see certain things, right? It's like I said, your shadow, right? You don't never really see your shadow unless you turn around and look at it, right? So these are things that are being exposed within all of us, right? And like I said, we all have these aspects within all of us. It's just about how we're tapping into that, how we're getting in tune with ourselves to better know ourselves, to better grow, to better elevate at this time. And that's what this season is going to be about. It's going to be exposure of the heart. It's going to be exposure of your mind. It's going to be exposure on what is your soul calling you to do, right? And are you operating in that? How are you investing in yourself, right? Are you pouring into your inner child? Are you making your inner child happy because your inner child is trying to get your attention? Your inner child is talking to you. Are you feeding it? Are you nurturing it? Are you holding its hand? Are you playing? Are you dancing? Are you writing? Are you drawing? Are you rapping? Are you uh okay? So it's about you tapping in with that energy and letting that creativity just expand at this moment, okay? Because the more you try to suppress that, it's like a volcano. It's going to erupt. So doing it in increments and allowing yourself to feel yourself and feel through those emotions and go through these changes, because some of these changes aren't easy, right? That inner child is a whole nother woo, that's a whole nother thing, especially if you got traumas and triggers that you haven't addressed yet, because it's deep, it gets deep, right? That's a whole nother thing. But we also have to sometimes let go of the past, because the past can hold us back from our future. The past can hold us back from ourselves. And we have to look at the love and light, right? Who was I before the world got to me? Who was I before the world told me who I was, right? I was this playful, open, optimistic, authentic version of myself. That's what we're getting back into at this moment in time, right? And not letting anybody, not letting anybody take away your peace, right? I go to war for my peace. Not let anybody take away your joy. Not let anybody manipulate you into doing anything that you don't want to do, right? Because that's when we do this. That's when we hit them with this, right? Because I'm getting into with who I truly am, and I'm not going to let anyone harvest my energy, right? I'm not going to let anyone manipulate my energy, because what? Like I said, those losses were lessons, right? We've been there, done that. Right, we let that person manipulate us. Right, we didn't got tricked, we didn't got scammed, we didn't got ran over, we didn't have people talking about. Nah, not this season. Okay, this season we taking our power back. Right, we tapping into our confidence, we tapping into our vitality, we tapping back into our energy, and whatever that looks like for you, do it, and don't second guess yourself. Right, because that be me. Spirit be like, all right, get up, go to the store. I'm like, but what, Spirit? And that's what I'm talking about. Just get your ass up and go to the store right now. And then I get to the store, they got 50% off on everything. and it's only 2 more packs of strawberries. It's only 2 more. I'm like, I got the last pack. You know what I mean? So this is about just getting in tune with yourself and listening to your spirit as your spirit is guiding you, right? We're tapping back into our spiritual selves, our spiritual sovereignty, what it feels like to be spiritually free, right? Because it's only so much we can do in this realm of reality. It's only so much we can do on this realm of earth, right? We can't physically fly, right? We don't have wings to physically fly, but spiritually, if I close my eyes and I meditate, spiritually, if I'm in the dream realm, I could fly, I could soar. It's unlimited possibilities. It's unlimited abundance here for us. We just have to tap into that, right? And like I said, it's about your perception. It's about what you're perceiving as that could weigh you down or that could lift you up, okay? Yes, infinite potential. I'm sorry, what else y'all say in this chat? I see the chat moving. Things are moving. Okay. This year has support stepping into who I am more than before. Yes, yes. Your authenticity is your credentials. Absolutely. Let me see. Love to see. Yes, go sister. I love your aura. Thank you. Thank you so much. You said great job. I appreciate you. Every cycle is a bliss transformation. Absolutely. I taught myself that failure is not an option. The losses are teachers. Yes. We can make every breath a release and every second a ritual. Ashe. Ashe to that. Listen to yourself. Yes. Yes. You said we are both ruled by Mercury, which is in retrograde right now. You know, okay, let's talk about this retrograde energy because I ain't never seen so many people talk about retrograde, right? What is a retrograde, right? What is a retrograde, right? That's when a planet is going backwards. Y'all see these quotation marks is going backwards. Why do I put these quotation marks? Because it's an illusion that it's going backwards from our perception here on earth, right? It only looks like it's going backwards because of the rotation of the earth and the rotation of the planet or the sign, right? So this is all, like I said, this is all about your perception and what you're perceiving at this time. You could be going back. You think that lesson made you take a step back, but really it was to elevate you. It's something that you missed that you may need to take a quicker, deeper look at, right? To get the full spectrum of the message that the divine source, ancestors, people are trying to give you, right? So always pay attention to the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities. As yeah, we do have a lot of planets that are going retrograde right now. But that's, for me, when I hear retrograde, that's something I need to return to within myself. That's something I need to go back into myself and also break past certain illusions of things because it may have been something that I missed as we are always constantly moving in this realm of reality fast, right? They say in the days are speeding up, time is speeding up, everything's speeding up, shorter days. And so with things moving faster, that means that we need to slow down. We need to stop and take a breath and be present. Be present and be thankful for everything it is that we do have, because guess what? Somebody don't even got half of what we got. And it's not a sense of comparison. It's just being grateful and thankful for what it is that you have right now, right? So when I see retrogrades, I'm like, okay, let me stop. Let me reflect. What did I miss? Because I must have missed something. And guess what? All of them lessons are going to repeat themselves, right? They like to say, oh, Venus in retrograde, watch out for them X's. Them X's might come back, but it may have been a lesson that you needed to learn for that X to come back, for you to allow that X to come back, or not let them in because they didn't played you. All right, we're not about to get played again. They fooled me once, fooled me twice, you got me effed up, right? But it's always lessons in the experience, right? Whether things are retrograde, whether things are in the dark, whether things are in the light, whether you're elevating, whether you're in that same spot, whether you're stagnant, there's always something, there's always a hidden gem to extract, right? To help you elevate and shine. And it's all about how you are getting in tune with every little thing. That's why I always say, Pay attention to the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities, as those are ways that spirit, the divine, loves to communicate with us, right? So if you keep seeing 333, yeah, you're in divine alignment, right? If you keep seeing 444, your structure is about to take off, or whatever that may mean for you, because we all have our certain angel numbers, right? Drop your favorite angel number in the chat, okay? Mine is 222. All right, I love 222 because I'm a true Gemini. I don't know what's wrong with me. I love the twos. I love the 11s. I love a good portal, okay? I love some good energy, okay? But yeah, what's your favorite angel numbers? Because this has been a thing. This has been a reoccurring thing, seeing angel numbers every second. It's like it's been tripping me out, and it's been kind of scary. Okay, you said 999. Yes, new cycles, infinite possibilities, right? 777. Oh, you in big divine alignment. Okay, you damn near source. Okay, when you see 777, you know it's a big angel energy. Okay, 666. I love this. It's all about transformation, elevation, and balance, right? And releasing, right? 1111. Hey, 111111. Okay. What? Abundance, abundance, abundance. Yes, that's that make a wish. That's that getting ready to receive even more abundance, even more than your heart's desires, even more than you expected, right? That 1111, that make a wish, right? As this is hopes, wishes, and dreams that are getting ready to come true, getting ready to pop up, okay? 444. I see 444 all day long, and 11. Yes, I love that 444. That's all about that foundation. It's all about that structure. That's all about that God essence, that source essence being in your presence, right? As you are moving forward and getting more structured and getting more grounded in your physical reality, right? And also, like I said, whatever these angel numbers mean to you, we all have different associations with certain angel numbers. I'm gonna give you guys a quick story. When I first started my spiritual journey, I kept seeing 88 everywhere. Everywhere on receipts. I go to In-N-Out, I'm number 88. I ring up my food, it's 880. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Ancestors came to me. They was like, this is a sign of your ancestors. You are breaking through karmic loops and you're tapping into your power. I said, I say, okay. So for me, 88 has a certain resonance with me. And it takes me back to the beginning of my spiritual journey, as that was a number. I mean, I seen 88 probably for 2 years straight during my first spiritual awakening. And I was like, yo, it got to a point where I was like, okay, spirit, it's 8:08 on the clock. The receipts say 88. The numbers say 88. I done got 88 orders today. What's really good? It's 88 people. It's 88 likes, right? It's like you start to go, start to feel a little crazy, but really this is the way that spirit likes to communicate with us, right? Because yes, spirit can communicate with us physically, if you tapped in, but for a lot of us, like I said, we're in this physical realm. Spirit can't physically pop up in the physical vessel. It does, but it takes a lot, right? So the quickest way to get our attention is those angel numbers. And I love it because it's like, I could be anything and I see an angel number. It's just like, oh, it's brighten up my day, just seeing that good little quick confirmation. I've been seeing a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And angel numbers don't always have to be 444, right? Sometimes we see 636, right? That's a sequence, right? So certain sequence numbers are also resonance with ourselves and what we're going through. So if you keep seeing certain repeated numbers like 321, 1010, pay attention to that, because those are frequencies and those are energies as well. Okay, you guys, I've been seeing a lot of 369, right? That's why I said this is an abundant time, right? That I like to say 369 manifestation time, because we are creating our reality, right? That 3, that 6, that 9, it takes me back to the mutable cross. And the mutable cross is all about making magic happen. It's all about being flexible. It's all about being open as we are crossing over to this realm of magic, which is spirituality, right? And getting back in tune with our spiritual selves and pulling things down from that spiritual realm to have them manifest in this physical reality. And if you've been on your stuff, if you've been doing what you're supposed to been doing, you're going to see a lot of things, a lot of hopes, wishes, dreams, desires, all start to come true. If you already own this frequency of abundance, you're already seeing a lot of things come to you. You're already seeing a lot of things transpire, transmute, come to reality, right? I can't even tell y'all like how much stuff I've been working on over these past 10 years. They all have came true within these past 2 weeks. Okay. So things I've been wanting for years, things I've been working on for years, accumulation of things that I've been working on in the past 3 year cycle. Everything that I have wanted and I have worked so hard for has happened within the past 2 weeks. So it's like if you keep going, do not give up. Keep working on yourself. Keep pouring into yourself. Keep cutting them people off that do not value you, right? Because they're only going to weigh you down. Keep doing what you're called to do and don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. Because when I hear that, that gives me more fuel, right? Anybody saying you can't do something should be more fuel to your fire, right? That desire, that fire and that desire for you to get things done. Because if you listen to what everybody else tell you to do, you're not gonna have nothing to do. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't be smart. Oh, you ain't pretty. Oh, you ain't this. Oh, you ain't that. Oh, you ain't shit, right? I know I ain't shit. I'm the shit, okay? So don't ever get it twisted, right? We are alchemizing these things to make them work for us, right? And tapping into our highest vibration, tapping back into our power, and getting back in tune with who we are. And we are spiritual beings in a physical vessel, right? We are made in the image of source, right? We are divine light. We are divine. This heartbeat, this pulse, this flame that we have within us, yeah, it's being ignited at this time for us to get things done. But don't forget about yourself, right? You always got to take it back to yourself, right? As you're on your own journey, and this is where we enjoy that journey, right? We've been working, getting things done. Oh, how do I make people happy? Oh, how do I help the kids? Oh, how do I help my family? Oh, how do I help my friends? How do you help yourself? How do you pour back into yourself, right? So this is about getting back in tune with yourself and making sure you're nourished, right? Making sure you're getting proper sleep, proper rest, proper food, proper, and balancing that out. And it's hard to do, but it's so easy because we make time for the things that we want, right? So we need to make time for ourselves, right? Don't forget to feed your body and nourish your body and nourish your mind, and whatever that may look like for you, get it done, right? So you can be operating from your most optimal health, spiritually, physically, emotionally, sexually, in every way, financially, right? You got to make sure that we're still taking care of things in this physical realm. Yes, we are spiritual beings, right? But we still got to live in this physical realm, and we still got to get things done, right? So it's all about balance, balancing those things and finding balance within this realm as we are ascending right now. And sometimes we may get a little ungrounded, but that's when you, like I said, take a step back, one step at a time, one breath at a time, right? And then just give yourself gratitude, give yourself grace, and be patient with yourself. Because like I said, I had to wait 10 years, 7 years for some things to happen. Some people are waiting 20 years for that one big break, and they get it, right? So it's all about having patience with your vision, patience with the vision that the Most High gave you, right? Only you know what that is. Only the divine gave you that vision, right? So sometimes when we speak our dreams, we speak our thoughts to people, they don't understand it because it's not for them to understand. The divine gave us that mission. The divine gave us that vision. It's for us to execute it. It's for us to make that vision a reality if we see it fit, right? Now, it's a balance. It's a balance because if you keep getting friction with something, you don't want to keep hitting your head up against no brick wall, right? Sometimes you got to make that detour. Sometimes you got to go back, right? To find your way on the right path. And that's exactly what's happening right now. That's why these things are being exposed. A lot of things are being exposed. A lot of things are coming to light for us to see other people in their true light and for us to see ourselves in our true light, right? Because this is a time of self-reflection, deep introspection, and us tapping into our subconscious mind, because our subconscious mind rules and governs everything, even if we don't think it does, right? Our subconscious mind is picking up on everything, even if we don't think it does, right? That's why they hide so much subliminal things in TVs or in the signs and the symbols. They use colors, right, to attract certain things. Peace. Peace, because it goes into our subconscious mind. That's how we know the jingles, right? Certain things, ba da ba ba ba, right? It's programmed in our subconscious mind without us even knowing it, because it's repetition, 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 right? So that's where we have to go into our subconscious mind ourselves and pull it out and pull it out and pull it out and release and give ourselves gratitude, right? Reprogramming our minds, unlearning to relearn the truth, and being in tune with our true essence and in tune with our true selves at this time. Okay? Y'all know I'm ranting. I didn't rant it long enough. Let me read these comments. What y'all talking about in these comments? That's hella funny. Creating intuitively is the best way. When you create something, even if you leave it for a long time because it hurts to see yourself reflect back, when you have a concrete evidence, it ages like fine wine. Absolutely. Go back to them old poems you read, you wrote, and you reread them. You have a whole new perspective of where you were at that time, right? So I always love to reflect on old things, but not get lost in that as well. Let me see. Thank you. Yes, I'm finally building that online business I have desired. Yes, congratulations, sis. Yes, it ain't nothing to it but to do it. We have too many tools our ancestors would have loved to have, okay? They was out there on them fields, right? They was out there with the flowers. They was outside. They was really outside, right? Without no devices, without no technology. We would be silly not to take advantage of the technology and the opportunities that we have today, right? As this is going to shape the future, right? We already see the technology has it shifting and growing and elevating, right? Peace, 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 peace. You said I like the rants. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. But it's all about preparing ourselves from the future, right? We are so futuristic, we can see what's going to happen in the future. So it would be silly of us not to take advantage. So I'm super proud of you, right? Everybody else, continue to follow your dreams, continue to do what you are being called to do, as it is a reason why. It may not make sense now, but like she said, let it age like fine wine, and you'll see exactly why you went through that thing 10 years ago to be here where you at today, right? So you're able to receive the fullest love from that experience, the fullest abundance from that, the full knowledge of it, right? Because if I would have watched some Bobby Hemmett 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been ready. If I would have watched some red pill, blue pill 10 years ago, I would have been like, what the hell is these people talking about, right? If I tried to tap into astrology, like, no, it wouldn't have worked. Why? Because I wasn't ready. I didn't have those experiences that I had then, right? I couldn't be ready for real, true love because I was still immature and I still had things I need to heal within myself, right? So we go through all of those experiences to lead us here today. And it didn't make sense back then, but now it does, right? And that's what's happening. We're going through a lot of experiences now that we may not understand, we may not fully understand. I don't know why I'm being called to do this. I don't know why I'm being called to make a YouTube. I don't know why I'm being called to start this business. I don't know why I'm being called to just write, to just speak, to just go for a walk. But in hindsight, right, when you look back and you like, wait a minute, Spirit was building up my confidence, right? Spirit was taking me on this journey within myself to enjoy the journey, right? Not to look for the outcome of something, to get in tune with myself, to better know who I am, right? So everything is happening for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is happening in divine timing, in divine alignment. It's just up to us to trust it, to trust the process and enjoy the process and have patience with the divine, as the divine is governing everything, right? So it's like a grandmother taking care of 30 kids. You gotta have a little patience, okay? You gotta have a little patience because she whipping it up in the kitchen, right? And you know the food is gonna be good. You know she about to serve, right? But you just gotta have patience as the food is being prepped. The food is being cooked. You can smell it being cooked. And when it's time to sit down and eat and give our grace and give our thanks, it's that much better. Because we like, oh, okay, I seen as a recipe. I seen everything, right? I seen every step, right? It was a process to get here. And when you get to that point, just be grateful and be thankful of all the steps, the good and the bad, as it made you who you are today. Okay? Let me see. Let me see. All praise is due to the universal source. All life, all gift, life given until the living. Yes, Ashe. Thank you so much, Joshua. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to become an overnight success. Exactly. We are multidimensional beings. A lot of us have a lot of lifetimes here, right? This isn't our first rodeo. That's why we come here and, we tap in so high and we excel so high. I just came to this conclusion the other day. People who have mastered businesses in past life, they come here and they're millionaires because this isn't their first time doing this, right? When children are inherent, they come into certain wealthy families because they've been mastering this, right? So we come here already spiritual equipped because we are already spiritually equipped in our past lifetime, right? We're just remembering, right? We're just remembering because we forget and we have to relearn, and then we get so much programming throughout our inner child years that we forget who we are, right? And then we come to this age where we have this spiritual awakening, and it's like, nah, it's not an awakening, it's a remembrance, right? I'm remembering, wait a minute, I used to have this same feeling as a kid, right? I used to say this all the time, but I got told to be quiet, or I was called a black sheep, or I was called different, or I was called weird, or I was called a nerd, right? Because I was into science, I was into math, I was into reading, right? Or I was, looked at funny, right? Or judged, or whatever it may be, right? I was looked at as sexual, overly sexual, right? But it's just due to our experiences from past lifetimes, and we are remembering who we are, right? This is a time where we get that remembrance, and our ancestors are coming in helping us as well, right? Like, you are great, you are abundant, you are healthy, you are wise, you are remembering who you are, right? You have this ancient wisdom with you from past lifetimes, right? That's the reason why certain things pop in your head. I don't know why I'm thinking this. Is you're you're remembering from your old past memories, right? From that the Akashic records, right? It's in your DNA, right? You had this calling. I don't know why I feel it's in your DNA and you're remembering, right? So don't forget who you are. Tap into that essence and don't be afraid to be who you are authentically and unapologetically, okay? Let me see what else y'all talking about in the chat. I like the rent. Learn to, yes. Greetings. The old is the new because it always see it from a different perspective. Yes, exactly. How do you acquire patience? Ooh, that's a good one. The best way, I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you're ready for this answer. The best way to acquire patience is to sit with yourself. Can you sit with yourself? With nothing. With nothing. No phone, no TV, no distractions, no music, no light, no thoughts. That's the hardest thing as human beings, to sit with yourself and not have a thought cross your mind. That's how you acquire patience within yourself. You have to go within and sit with yourself. Sit in silence. And that's how you start to build that patience with yourself first, right? Because how am I have patience with anybody else? I don't even got patience with myself, right? I want everything fast, and that's this world. Everything is so fast paced. We got Amazon, I want to hear today, right? So we don't understand the process. We don't appreciate the process of the seed being planted, of us nourishing the seed, of us watching it grow, watching it bloom, watching the leaves fall off because it done shriveled up because we didn't forgot to nourish it. Now we got to go back. Wait a minute. Because it's been 2 months. This plant can't die on me now, right? It can't die on me now. I done poured too much into it. Let me get back on nourishing it. Let me uproot these weeds, right? It's a process, but we're so used to microwave consciousness, microwave abundance, microwave love, right? We can go right on the app and find somebody to have sex with. Let's just keep it real. Versus 50 years ago, you had to really be out making connections with people, right? Let's not even get into communication. Our ancestors had to write letters and wait months and hope that person got it. Or I done wrote my wife a message. I hope she got it. It's been 2 months. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna wait. Okay? So this is about getting back in tune with yourself, right? And having patience with yourself, sitting with yourself, being still, quieting the mind. And that's the hardest thing to do, right? Because I feel like prayer, prayer is good. It's nothing wrong with prayer. But even with prayer, we're thinking, right? Oh, God bless me with this, and I want divine this and protect over people, and right? But when you go into a meditation to silence the mind, when you go into a period of stillness to quiet the mind, that's a whole nother level of patience and discipline. Like someone said in the chat, self-discipline you have to have with yourself, right? Can you, okay, so now I'm getting, it's because it's levels to discipline, it's levels to patience, right? If you got kids, you know all about that patience. Okay, them kids gonna teach you some patience. They're gonna test your patience too. They're going to test your inner child. They're going to test the God in you. They're going to test the shadow in you, right? I'm not going to repeat myself no more. Y'all going to get wore out today. This the third time. Like, this the third time I repeated myself no more. Sit your ass down. Right? But patience. Having self-discipline with yourself, right? And I learned the great deal of patience with my children, with meditating, and with fasting. Fasting, you want some self-discipline? You want to have patience with yourself? You want to give yourself grace? You want to operate from having free will? Detox and fast. Okay? Fruits and veggies. We just going to start there. And see how much you get tested. Soon as you say it, and that's with anything. Oh, I want to work out. You get tested. Oh, I want to lose weight. Oh, I get tested. Oh, I'm going to operate on myself and pour into myself. Somebody going to ask you out, right? Oh, I want to be single. You got 18 people trying to hit you up, and oh, I want a relationship. And your relationship start to get tested, right? So this is all about yourself and getting in tune with yourself and nourishing yourself and having discipline with yourself. Because as soon as you say you want to have a diet or a fast and you're just going to do fruits and veggies, you're going to have the potluck. It's going to be holidays. It's going to be family eating chicken in your face. It's going to be friends that you're going to go outside and see them signs. You're going to go outside and smell the food. But it's up to you to have that discipline and go within and be still with yourself. Let me breathe. Let me ground myself. Let me be thankful and grateful. No, thank you. Right? No. We're quieting the mind. As soon as a thought comes in, let it go through. Doop. Don't hold on to it. Let it pass through. Boop. Let another thought, boop, come through. Eventually, they'll stop. And you'll be in that bliss. You'll be in that peace. That's when you fully gain patience with yourself. Okay? And a lot of us are still working on this. I'm still working on this as well. Okay? So give yourself grace, right? Give yourself grace. And detox from certain things. Because that'll help you with that patience with yourself and with other people as well. Because we have access to so much like that, right? Restrict yourself and have discipline and see how much patience and grace you have with yourself. Okay, I hope that answered your question about patience. Yep. Self-discipline, silence. Yes. Powerful. Meow. Who is meowing in my chat with the cats? Excuse me. Ashe. Do you believe in using a strap? Please elaborate. Chat. Somebody in the chat. Hold on. Let me sip my tea. A few things came to mind. I'm gonna have to have you elaborate on that, please. What kind of strap are you talking about, sir? Excuse me. What is your name? What is your name? I had to address you by your name. Blexicord. Blexicord. Excuse me. Report to the front. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. All right. Disciplining children. Woo. So many levels. That's just it. Disciplining the children. Not a bit, because you got to be clear. Excuse me. I immediately went to my root chakra. I said, so, excuse me, do I look gay? I ain't got nothing wrong with gay, I don't. I know the lock's a little, I don't use straps. I'm not. Then I was like, are you talking about guns? Like, some kind of strap? You keep it on you, huh? Okay. What is you talking about? You got to be very clear about what you're talking about over here. Okay. My mind be everywhere. But yes, when it comes to disciplining the children, discipline the children. Do not abuse the children. Okay. And it's a very thin line with that, right? So you always want to apply a little pressure to the children, but not over, don't overdo it, right? Hilarious. What are your thoughts on storytelling? Thank you. I'm gonna answer that question in a second. But yeah, it's a lot of things with disciplining the children because it goes back to how we were raised as well and how we were disciplined as children. A lot of us repeat cycles, right? So if you got whoopings, then I'm pretty sure you would whoop your children. If you got placed on timeout or a punishment, then I'm pretty sure you place your children on timeout and punishment. It's this whole thing of us wanting to gentle parent our children, but sometimes these children need a little pop every once in a while. I agree to disagree, whatever. I I have to make sure that my children don't go out in the world and think it's okay to do anything without any repercussions, right? We are the first teachers of the children. So we have to let them know for every action there's a reaction. But we don't want to traumatize the children as well. So you have to do what sees fit and balance out your emotions because, like I said, the children will test your emotions. Your children are mini yous, they're mini me's, right? So that's that inner you, right? Coming out, they're going to pull it out of you, right? Why? Because you love them so much. It's centered in your heart. They got your whole heart. This is your heart in physical form right in front of you. So it's going to test you, right? Can I touch? Can I touch that? No. Well, can I? It's like, no. It's like, can I touch it? It's like, no, you can't touch it, right? Sit down, have a seat, take a breath, breathe, right? Another good thing that I do with my children, I meditate with them. I say, you guys, let's breathe, let's meditate. That's another beautiful way to help them regulate their emotions. Because y'all, like I said, if you know, you know. Okay, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. But yeah, taking it one step at a time and one breath at a time as well. Okay, so that's my opinion on the strap. That was okay. Were there any more questions in the chat? Also, I put all of my information down in the description box. If you guys would like any services, any readings, natal charts, personal sessions, I do that as well. My website is nudiamonds.net, nudiamonds.net. Also, my Cash App, my PayPal is down in the description box as well. My Cash App is nudiamonds101 if you guys would like to donate. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all so much just for coming on here and chilling with me. I've been so excited to come on here and vibe out with y'all and just catch a vibe with y'all. So I love spending time connecting with the community and having conversations like this, and we kind of deep dive into certain topics that are taboo or different. Like I said, it's a free space, a free place for you to be your authentic self without judgment. Because if I see a troll, they getting kicked out. We don't play that, right? We don't play that. So this is just about us being in tune with ourselves in all aspects of ourselves. Because yeah, it's love and light, but it's also that shadow and that subconscious and that dark and that fight that we have to go through to elevate and be this love and light. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Let me see what y'all said in the chat. Oh, you said, what are your thoughts on storytelling? Storytelling. I love storytelling. That takes me back to the ways of the ancestors, right? I feel like that's a way to tell hidden secrets of the ancestral lineage, right? Metaphors, ways of discipline, ways of communication. Storytelling is a way of teaching, a way of learning, a way of stimulating someone's mind and their creativity, a way to inspire and motivate. Storytelling is everything, is beautiful, right? But like I said, it's always polarity, right? So a storyteller could be someone lying, right? Expanding on the truth, and or extending or over exaggerating the truth. So you always want to be sure that you're grounded and centered in yourself, as anyone can be storytelling. The news could be telling a story, right? We have certain, it's like telephone, right? That game of telephone that people used to play when we were kids, right? And people will say, the hot dog pack, and then it'll come back around and it's like the black bag was blue, and you're like, wait, what? Who the hell how Sway, right? So you just got to take everything with a grain of salt and take what resonates with you. Always take what resonates with you. If it don't resonate, leave it be. Leave it for somebody else. Probably was a message for somebody else. But when it comes to storytelling, I love it. It always makes me think of the ancestors that gather around the fire and let's share campfire stories and share these different ancient words of wisdom. Because like I said, our ancestors didn't have telephones, right? We just gonna, have this fire and we're gonna tell stories. Okay. I hope that answers your question. I keep having astrological dreams. Do you have those? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely all the time, right? I feel like there's so many levels to astrology, right? We can use astrology as a way of navigation, in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm, in the etheric realm. So for me, that's giving me a take of you are discovering new parts of yourself and discovering new parts of the cosmos, as above, so below. And you are astral traveling to these higher realms within yourself and opening up to the different layers and these different aspects within yourself. Okay. So, and I do have astrology dreams all the time. When I first started to tap into astrology, I would always have dreams that I was in the stars and I would be jumping from star to star. And I would like, I would transform as I'm jumping from each star. I would transform into that. So I would be in the Leo constellation. I would turn into like a lion, and then I would embody the lion, and then I would be like in this lion planet, like Lyrian planet, and then I would hear like this calling. It was like a siren that would go off, and then I'll be pulled back out of that star system, and I would go to another star system, and then I would be in Sirius, and I turn into this aquatic being. And so yeah, I've had, girl, you don't want to hear about my dreams, girl. That's a whole, we'll be on here a whole another 2 hours, girl, just talk about my dreams, you know. And I'll be doing dream breakdowns as well, dream interpretation. So if that's something you guys would like to book session for, I would love to do that. But I break down dreams on my channel a lot, and really get deep and in depth on the subconscious mind, because dreams are your subconscious mind bringing it up to your conscious mind, is because these are things that we process throughout the day, things that we process for years, that make themselves known in our dreams. So yeah, I heard something about some trolls. Who we got to boot? Who we got to boot? Who? Okay, I don't see nobody in here. Oh, okay. Camp. Okay. Um. Oh, okay. Let's put you on a timeout. Okay. There you go. There you go. Find your. Hopefully you find your way home. Hopefully find your way home. Okay. Thank you so much. Peace to the chat. Thank y'all for letting me know. How old are you? I'm 35. How young am I? That's what you meant to say. How young am I? I'm 35 years young. Okay. Yes. Much love to you always. Much love to you. Appreciate you, Sean Beauty. Sis, love you always. Troll's funny. Dog look like a cornball. Yeah. We just give him the boot. We don't give him no attention over here. Make your own channel. Go rant on your own channel. Get the hell out of here. I want to say that I would be considerate to some because I'm in my 60s. So I'm happy to see the younger generation on their spiritual journey. I learned so much from the youth. I love that. Yes, it's a full circle moment, right? As we learn from the elders in our community and our ancestors of the community, you guys learn from us, right? So it's this beautiful reciprocity, it's this beautiful reciprocated energy that goes back and forth, right? You learn and you pour into us, and we learn and we pour into you. It's this beautiful, beautiful thing. And thank you so much for your wisdom, your words of wisdom, as I'm sure you go about the day shining your light to everyone, right? So I appreciate that. We are, just like I said, remembering who we are. And I feel like we are very brave, right? Every generation, I feel like every generation comes back even more braver than the next, right? This generation, they're, some people like to say they're wild, they're crazy, they're dumb, they're careless. But in a time of war, them the type of warriors you need. You need somebody that's gonna fight for justice, right? And I feel like we are the spiritual warriors reincarnated. We are those ancestors reincarnated from, the 1800s, the 1700s, that were wrongfully unalived, and we come back here with this full force energy due to a past life that we didn't get to fully execute, right? So we come here with this fire and knowledge within our bellies to inspire others and shine our light. And it's kind of like a torch, right? We bring this torch to the middle of the fire, we bring this torch to this community, and we all put our light in, and we all get this light, and then we just continue to pass on that light to other torches. And it's this beautiful torch flaming lighting ceremony that we all pour into one another. So I appreciate that. And thank you. Yeah, this generation ain't lost at all, right? We ain't lost. We finding ourselves. Okay. We just finding ourselves and finding our way. Had to get lost to find myself. Okay. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, a baby. Thank you so much. It's, I think you broke his heart in the past. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He can figure it out. That's some wounds he need to heal. Stop. Don't come over here projecting. Okay. We don't do that. We take accountability over here for our actions. And if we need to do some healing, we going to address it and do it. All right. Um, Thank you so much. You say you look good for 35. Thank you. You look 25. Okay, thank you. That's all that fruit juice. That's all the fruit. Okay. The detox and these nasty teas that I drink daily. Y'all drink nasty ass tea every day. Bitter tea, but it's good for the body. It's nourishing for the body and it helps me detox. Okay. So yeah, ways to stay youthful, exercising, eating clean, staying in high vibrations, right? Staying in healthy, loving relationships with yourself and with people, right? Because like I said, those energy vampires are drain you, right? So it's all about what you're consuming. That's how you stay in this healthy mindset, healthy physical way of life, okay? So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. My daughter is 35. I love that. Shout out to Bobby Hemming. Absolutely. Dang, I'm joining late. Peace of the tribe. Peace, Leth. It's all good. You already know. It's all good, fam. You made it right here, right on time. You right on time. Okay. Everything's in divine alignment. Okay. You do have a youthful appearance. Thank you. Keep sharing your experience and journey. Need more people out here so others can relate and learn from lost generation in a judgment society. Yes. Yes. All right. So yes, if you guys don't have any more questions or anything, I don't know if anybody wanted a reading. Y'all know I'm always gonna offer a reading if y'all want any readings. How do we get the other sisters to wear their natural hair? Ooh! Are you ready for this conversation? Y'all be asking questions. I hope y'all be ready for the answer. How do you get sisters to wear their natural hair? Ooh, you know, you just sucker punched me right in the gut with that one. First, self-love. I'm about to go deep. I don't know. But we gonna take it there. You ask and you shall receive. It starts with self-love first. Right. And I'm not please, you guys, don't take any offense to what I'm saying. All right, I'm giving you the trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. I'm giving it to you right now before I start going in because we about to take it there. Okay? You first have to love yourself. And it's not even with the natural hair. We're going to start off with the natural hair, then I'm going to go deep because Spirit already got me 5 layers in. Okay? You have to love yourself. What does self-love look like? Loving myself in my truest, rawest form. Flaws and all. Got to do the quotation marks because we aren't flawless. We are perfectly made the way how we are meant to be made. I'm perfectly myself, authentically myself. You are perfectly yourself the way that you're supposed to be made. The source, creator, created all of us exactly how we were meant to be, right? Now with the hair, these are our crowns, right? These are our antennas, right? Your hair is basically your mind on the outside, right? What governs your crown is most of the time, I'll say 90% of the time is how you're thinking, right? So if you see a woman wearing her natural hair, you know that she has a sense about herself, right? She has some type of knowledge of who she is, and she is comfortable in her natural vibration. She is comfortable with herself. She's confident with herself, right? But if you see a woman, now as women, we y'all, we complicated. We some complicated little beings, right? But for the sake of this topic, for the natural hair, right? There's multiple reasons why women don't wear their natural hair, right? Some women don't like the maintenance of it, right? We have, 4C, it's hard to maintain it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get some box braids. I'm going to get a sew-in. I'm going to get a wig, right? Because I'm just tired of it. Some women just shave their hair off altogether. I ain't even about to deal with the hair. Forget the hair. The hair's too much. I'm not going to deal with it, right? Then there is a level of women who don't value themselves and see beauty in themselves. So they dress themselves up to make themselves feel beautiful, right? So they wear the wigs, they wear the makeup. And like I said, no offense, don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. They wear the nails. They wear these designer clothes. They got and it's nothing wrong with treating yourself. But at the end of the day, when you pull back all of these layers, when you take off your makeup, when you take off your wig, when you take off your nails, when you take off these clothes, when you take off and you're bare and you're pure and you go look in the mirror, do you love yourself? Okay? Some things stems from inner childhood trauma. That's a whole nother level. I'm gonna leave that right there because that goes deep. Some people were told they were ugly. They ain't gonna be shit. They get no love, no example of love, what love should look like. And some of the examples that they had weren't great examples. So they lack that love. They lack that self-love. They don't know how to love. So how do they learn to love themselves? They don't know how, right? Then we have this sense of programming. We have this level of programming that goes on within the community, right? The European style of everything, right? Wear your hair straight. Hair needs to be long. You need to wear makeup. You need to look like this to fit in the social norms, right? So a lot of women, in my opinion, they don't wear their natural hair because they don't think they're beautiful with their natural hair. They don't like their natural hair. They've been told all their life, your hair, I hate your hair. Mother's doing their hair. I hate doing your hair. So then they form this hate of not wanting to do their hair. Like I said, it's polarity because some women love their hair, but it's a hassle to do it, right? It's so many levels to that. And it's not just about women in hair. Like the chat saying, it's men, right? It's men too. We all do it. We all have our insecurities, and some people hide them better than others, right? Some people dress up, cosplay, right? She was a fairy, right? I'm a fairy, right? Or, like y'all said, men, they wear wigs too. But what's the difference? She wear the wig, he wear the wig, right? She take off her titties, he take off his, I mean, listen, I don't want to go down there. Spirit, pull me back up, please. Let's come back to pull me up. Somebody pull me up. I need a life vest. Somebody throw me a life raft. Too deep. I'm too deep in the subconscious mind. Somebody throw me a lifesaver, please. Help me. Help. I need help. Help me, please. Help me. Y'all just gonna leave me out here in this deep ass subconscious waters by myself. Hello, who the hell gonna give me a life? I need a lifeboat. Somebody pull me back up to the conscious realm. Got me deep diving in on people's insecurities and shit. How did we get here? Wait, it's been an hour and 30. Y'all got me on here ranting for an hour and 30 minutes. Y'all just gonna let me rant? Oh, is it taking off? Yes. Y'all already know. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Seth. Okay, that's the only person gonna throw me a damn lifeboat. Y'all still up here ranting, talking about it. Thank you, brother. Helping me out. Come back up to the surface. Ah. Yes. So those are many different reasons as to why women don't wear their natural hair. It all goes back into self-love and insecurities. And this isn't just about women in natural hair. This can be applied to anything, right? Whether it's a man driving a loud car, right, for a sense of attention, right? Because he didn't get attention as a child. That's just one example. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger, right? It's multiple layers to us dressing things up and wanting attention or to be seen. Thank you so much. Thank you for pulling me back up. Wanting to be seen for different aspects of ourselves because we're hiding something on the inside, right? It's like a band-aid, right? It's a wound under there that needs to be healed, that needs to be addressed. And most people are just covering it up. Okay? So I hope that answered. You said this helped me understand my ex. Yes. Yes. And it's a very touchy subject because like I said, it goes deep. Like I said, y'all know I live in a subconscious realm. Like that I love to deep dive into things, but a lot of people aren't ready. And why? Because I've done the work. I've done the shadow work. I've been in the deep depths of myself and I've sat and I cried and I purged, right? And then I came back up and I went back down and I cried and purged some more, right? To now when I get those same triggers, I get those same traumas, they don't affect me anymore. Let's get an ashe for the people who working on themselves and doing the inner work to elevate and to grow and to heal, right? Because it's not fucking easy. This shit ain't easy, right? I just don't wake up love and light. No, I had to go deep within my subconscious mind, go into that inner, go into them dark places and put in that work. I'm a shadow worker as much as I'm a light worker. Because I had to go in them deep depths of my subconscious mind to uproot the shit. Because I'm tired of being triggered whenever somebody trying to talk to me and I don't want to talk to them because I think they gonna hurt me because I didn't have my heart broke. Right? Come on now. Hit dogs bark. Throw some dogs in the chat. Where the dogs at? No, just right? But I'm being so for real. Right? So it's deep and it's touchy because it looks like one thing on the surface, but when you uncover that, it's so much more. Right? And that's what we have to do, this inner work, to get in tune with ourselves. So we know ourselves. So that way when we get those tests and those triggers, these people you can't really affect me like that no more. Why? Because I have self-control, because I've done the work, right? So if you say certain things that used to trigger me, they don't really bother me no more. Because I've been working on myself to elevate past that. Yes, that's a trigger, but that's my trigger. That's something I have. Yeah, you trigger me, but I'm triggered by myself. My triggers are my problem, right? So I address myself. I'm taking full accountability for my actions and for my past and for myself. Because it's my life and it's my journey. And I want to enjoy my journey. Even if I got to put in the deep, dark shadow work to get to that enlightened peace and bliss and giddy and happy. Come on now, because every day ain't rainbows and sunshine. We like the rainbows and sunshine, right? We like to be naturally high. We like to be, but yeah, Some days I wake up and I'm tired. I don't, nah, F that. I'm not doing nothing. F them, F you, F, no, I'm just okay, holla if you hear me, somebody in the chat. Am I lying? Am I ranting? Am I ranting, y'all? Am I saying anything? Or am I saying some real stuff? Like, I know I'm not the only one. Thank you. Thank you. I know I'm not the only one. Right? And then the people who you gotta watch out for. The people who they can't see themselves. They don't want to take accountability, right? It's never them. They never the problem, right? Ooh, it's always everybody else, but you the common denominator. Some I don't know. Right? It can't always be. They not always the narcissist, right? You attracting them. What do you need to work on? It's something you need to work on as well. Don't shoot the messenger. Talking about natural hair. Look at how y'all got me. God dang it. Burdock. No, this is soursop, milk thistle, nettle, and hibiscus. I kept it light today. I didn't want to. I've been drinking bitters all week. I said, okay, I need a break. I'm gonna probably be coming out with like a tea line later, because people always love my teas. I'll be having some good recipes. Okay. Let me see what else y'all said in this chat. I appreciate you. Y'all more than welcome. You said thank you. Thank y'all. Shay, as I learn, I'm still learning this even at my age. Yes, we are forever students. We're master students. We're always learning. Like I said, a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all, meaning that you can learn something new every day. If you feel like you know everything, you have so much more to learn, right? This is about letting go of that ego, where our ego always wants to know everything. Our ego always wants to have validation. Our ego wants to be heard. Our ego wants to control and dominate, and that's the ego's job. That's that conscious mind's job, right? But the more we're able to listen to the ego, listen to the shadow, and talk to it, talk to me nice, right? Talk to me nice, talk to the ego nicely. Like, I understand you're trying to protect me, but it's okay. Have a seat, relax, chill out, check yourself, ego. And the ego slowly, oh, okay, maybe, yeah, let me. It reminds me of the Inside Out movie too, when anxiety, I need to do this, I need to do that, la, 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 la. And Joy was like, you know what? How about you just have a seat and just relax and take it one step at a time? We don't always have to overthink everything, right? Be present and be grateful. And we're such mastermind artists that if a problem does arise, we'll be able to solve it. So how about we just wait, be patient, give ourselves grace. And if we get to that point, we got to figure it out, right? Yes, you must have discipline with the ego. So many levels with the ego, right? Some people like to say, oh, the ego death, but you never really kill the ego. The ego is not meant to be killed. These people are crazy. And I get it, because I used to say, oh, I had an ego death. No, I had an ego check. I had to check my ego, because guess what? I never want to kill my ego, because guess what? When I'm feeling down, guess who picked me up? My ego picked me up. Girl, you the shit. What you mean? What you gonna let him dog you out like that? You know who you are. You know you a goddess. I'm like, oh yeah, wait. I'm like, okay, yeah, you right. You know, like, I am somebody. I am somebody. Like, I'm great. I'm beautiful. I'm radiant. I'm amazing. I'm abundant. I'm smart. You know. So you need that aspect of yourself, right? It's just when it goes off, like, check everybody in this motherfucker. It's like, no, wait, ego, chill out. Chill out. right? We got to pick and choose our battles wisely. We can't go in there guns a-blazing, right? Address things as you fit, as you seem and deem fit, right? If you're, see, because it goes back to the inner child. If your inner child is yelling, oh yeah, ego and inner child, that shadow, them three, woo, just them three alone, yeah, could cause some, oh baby. But when you mastered that, when you got in tune with that and you're able to address all of it and make it all come together as one, then you're able to discern, okay, am I speaking from a place of trauma? Is my ego speaking from a place of trauma? Is my ego speaking from a place of fear? Am I speaking from a healed perspective? No, I ain't doing that again. We not doing, the ego start yelling at you, we not doing that shit again. I'm like, okay, okay. Okay, ego, I hear you. We're not doing that again, right? Listening, right? And sometimes it's the ego, right? So it wants to be heard, it wants to be known, right? Sometimes you got to quiet the ego mind, quiet the logical mind, quiet that spiritual mind, quiet that creativity, quiet those emotions, right? Quiet down the heart, right? And we got to find ourselves back to the center of ourselves, right? Our core. If I detach from everything, how do I feel? Who am I? Was y'all ready for that? Cause I don't see no more chats. I don't see they all probably like, God damn, here she go again, digging into my subconscious mind. I didn't ask for this, and she got me thinking. She got me thinking again. God dang it, Diamond. But this is real stuff. This is stuff we need to be thinking about. Who are we really? Thank you for your words. Thank you. The ego must be acknowledged, trained, and transmuted so the energy can be transferred to the higher states of consciousness. Absolutely. Hi, family. Patience in silence is our greatest power. Silence saves my marriage. Woo! That's a word. Okay? Because why they want to fight till they split up, right? We done fought our ways into a divorce. We done fought our way into splitting. And I'm not, okay, because it's polarity to arguments. It's polarities to fight. A lot of things that were hidden, that were quiet about, come out in arguments. But when you're able to have discipline with yourself, and you're like, you know what? I love them more than to just be right about certain things. Because 9 times out of 10, it be petty stuff. It be petty. Ooh, we be petty. Ooh, we be wanting to sit in petty stuff just to be right. Right? We'll fight to be angry. We'll fight to be mad. We'll fight to stay in that lower vibrational energy. Right? But then when it comes to peace, when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to love, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to sitting in divine bliss, ooh, I just got the chills. Some of us don't feel worthy. Ooh. Are we ready to go down another rabbit hole? We jumping from rabbit hole to rabbit hole, y'all. Okay? So this is all about getting back to your core self, right? Having discipline with yourself. If you can sit with yourself and master yourself, unlimited possibilities. And when you tap into that energy, there is a lot of unexpected abundance because you start to raise your frequency. And when you raise your frequency, you operate from this heart space of being your authentic self. You attract those on that same frequency. That's why some people like to say love is of the highest frequency and of the highest vibration, because someone operating out of love, you can't, what? You come in mad and angry? I don't care. I'm on a high frequency. You could stay mad. You could stay upset. I'm on this love and light, right? I'm one with the Most High. I'm one with the collective. We tapping in. We elevating. We healing. We growing. Okay, nothing knock me out that frequency unless I allow it to. That's when you gotta take my power. I'm taking back my energy. I'm taking back my power. No, right? And how do you learn that? From past experiences. I'm mad and angry all day. Why? Why am I mad and angry all day? Because I got into an argument with somebody because they ate the last Cheeto. Look, they ate the last apple. They ate the whatever it was. Petty. Why am I holding on to that? Let that shit go. Let it go. It's way more bigger and badder and things out there. Release, surrender, detach. To save yourself, forgive yourself, and forgive others for yourself to set yourself free. Okay? I'm sorry, I just had to go in on that because that's so real. Just sitting in that silence to save your marriage. What? That is so deep. In this cancel culture where people want to break up so fast, popping balloons on people because his shoes ain't nice, not knowing he owned 5 businesses and came dressed down just for people like you. You know what I mean? That be the thing. Like, people so quick to judge. You don't know what somebody went through. You don't know what people are going through. And a lot of us don't look like we went through. Okay, we don't look like what we've been through. Okay, holla if you hear me in the chat. Let's put some green hearts in the chats right now. Okay, for all the love and light beings that don't look like what they've been through. Okay, we are spiritual warriors. We are pushing through, and we're going to continue to push through. We're going to continue to elevate. We're going to continue to grow. They can't stop us. What? Do you hear the ego? Y'all hear the ego? The ego coming out. Peace. Oh, thank you so much, Jay Nelson, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude. That means a lot. You said talk your shit. Y'all hella funny. Hold on. Let me go back and read these. High family patience. Okay. The ego is not meant to be killed. Exactly. Then you will not be present. Exactly. The goal is to unveil the egotistical nature, physical mentalism of desires, sexual pleasures, power, control, materialism, and all other outside influences and worldly manipulations of that. Yes, absolutely. That's when you master your lower self to get to your higher self. Yes. Is it wrong to turn your back on your mama? Woo! Whoa! Whoa, I thought I was getting in deep. You said, is it? That's when I get. Whew. Thank y'all for the green hearts. This is going to be another one. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. Is it wrong to turn your back on your mother? Whoa. Yes and no. Yes and no. I hate to do this, but I gotta give polarity. Right? Now, yes, because if there is too much trauma attached to it, attached to her, right? Attached to the relationship, if she is toxic, right? If you're trying and trying and trying and you're being drained and drained and drained, right? She just doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. She puts you down. She's abusive. Then no, I don't see nothing wrong with cutting your mama off, right? You tried. You tried. What more can you do? You gave it your best. You gave it your all. But on the flip side, that's still your mama. She birthed you. You came through her portal. You came through her womb. You were chosen. She chose to keep you. Ooh. Oops. Did I say that out loud? That was a channel message. Spirit came in and said, you was kept, baby. A lot of children, starseeds, don't even get to make it through this realm because of the split decision that a mother can make to keep a child or not. So always remember to give your parents grace as they are dealing with their own things as well. They have their own traumas as well. They are a inner child themselves. And a lot of them haven't healed themselves, nor do they care, because a lot of them are in survival mode. Now, this is people in general, right? They had to do what they had to do to survive, to feed us, to take care of us. So we always have to give them grace. Even though some of them may be toxic, they don't understand, they don't understand, they don't get it, and they never will. Some of them are stuck in their ways. Give them grace and still love them from a distance if you have to. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Gave you a little polarity. Well, and you know what? That's a blessing in disguise. If your mother disowned you because you weren't giving her external things, right? Now you don't have that burden, that weight on you, right? So some things are blessing in disguise, right? We see them, we're like, why? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Some things aren't for us to understand. We don't have that's not our job. Our job is to live and have the experience. And some things will make sense later and some things they won't. Right? Yes, too much love can kill. Yes, caring too much will get you hurt. But also not caring will hurt you too. You become desensitized. You become numb. Right? That's what a lot of this stuff on this TV and fear and war and killings and movies and thrillers and gore, and we desensitize. Especially if you raised in the hood, if you raised in urban communities, we desensitize to everything. Nothing don't faze us. Some people don't even cry when people die no more. We've seen so many deaths. Let's keep it 100. Okay? So it's levels to everything, right? But if you're centered in your heart and you're continuously giving it your all and staying true to who you are, no matter what, nothing really matters, right? We can't take things personal, right? We have to be mindful of our words. We cannot assume things. And we have to always give it our best, try our best. And at the end of the day, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. I take accountability for my actions, right? And I know I'm working from the highest divine light of source and creator, the most high, big mama, heavenly father, Allah, Brahman, Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, whatever religion, beliefs you subscribe to, Oya, Ogun, Obatala, whatever, Buddha. I like to name them all, right? Whatever you subscribe to, as long as you're doing it from a place of love and light, right? And sometimes, yeah, you got to check somebody because you got to hold your boundaries, right? But as long as you're always operating from your heart, yes, exactly. 4 rules of myself. You already know that's the 4 agreements. Holla if you hear me. Yeah, we got some scholars in the chat. Yeah, you already know. If you know, you know. Yeah, because we're continuously learning and growing and evolving. And it looks different for everyone. Everyone. But we always have to remain centered in our heart, because guess what? We let that evil, we let that hate, we let that negativity pull. Now we so far deep in this rabbit hole, we done lost ourselves. We're not even ourselves no more. That's how people get in jail for years. Sometimes we defending ourselves, right? But some people, they just like, oh, and now you in a place where you can't come out of because of a split second. All it took was a split second for you to think, pause, wait, give yourself some grace. Because for every action is a reaction. So you always want to remain centered in your heart and out of integrity. Like, I'm doing the best that I can do. I'm operating from love and light. Now, I ain't no sucker. I ain't no punk, right? I'm gonna fight if I have to, because I am a spiritual warrior, and I'm not no fool. But yes, I come with love and light, right? Okay. I hope I don't even know what you said. I be going off on a tangent. I be so, Lord, why nobody threw me a boat again? Where's my life jacket? Pull me back up. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Jay Nelson. Peace, New Diamonds. I am a Leo. My solar return is in a few days. Do you have astrological readings? Yes, I do. I do. I have them on my website. All of that information is down in the description box. My website is nudiamonds.net. So nudiamonds.net. Okay. So if you would like to book a personal reading, I can do that as well, and we can deep dive. I'm already feeling like some good things for you. I'm getting like your heart. Okay, so your heart is opening and expanding. I don't know if this is a relationship. I don't know if you got a few people lined up. Okay, you got some options. You got a couple options, a couple of things that you could tap into. And also I'm hearing money opportunities. So there's a lot of things that are coming to you at this moment. You just have to be open to receive them. And like I said, always be intentional and operate from your highest light as you're attracting these things. The higher vibration, the higher that you go in your vibration, the more that you attract these things at this time. Okay. So yeah, you can tap in on my website as well. So the next live that I'll probably do a live where I just do readings, that whole live, because I've been wanting to do that. Because I know y'all like my readings, and I haven't really done them in a while. So I'll probably do that the next live. If y'all up for that, let me know. But yeah, I could probably do readings my next live, and we just do personal readings. Yeah, but happy birthday, happy solar return to you. Sending you lots of love and light, and thank you so much for that beautiful donation. I appreciate you. Peace and love, beloved. Good question. Did Eve give Adam the apple? Y'all so funny. The duality, two folds. I had to turn my back. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Hurricane news. Always got love. Yes. For your mama. Yes. Labels don't excuse toxic behavior. Absolutely, Antonio. It's all an illusion. Absolutely. We in a light prism, a light, right? Illusion, light. Light can be blinding, or you can be enlightened. So you always have to pay attention to what side of the spectrum that you're on, the light spectrum that you're on, right? And I always love to look at it from all sides, right? Not just one way. Like I always say, the 6 can be looked at the 6 from my point of view, but y'all see it as the 9, right? So always look at things from different perspectives. That way you get a holistic point of view, right? and be open. Okay. A male lion can mate with at least 100 times a day. A lioness is very aggressive about it. Yes, lion, that's what I'm saying. This is, I don't know if y'all checked out my Leo season energy reading, but baby, okay, I hope you're ready. Okay, whatever you ask for, I hope you're ready. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. All right, if you got a high energy, if you got a high sex drive, baby, if you wanted for that twin flame to come in and match your energy, be careful, because you just might get it. And it might not just be one person that enters in your energy. It may be multiple people that enter in your energy, because if you're vibrating high, you're going to attract people on that frequency, right? I said, this is the season of love. This is the season of soulmates, right? And like, it's not always sexual. It's not always romantic, but that energy is here, right? A lot of people feeling very energetic, right? Sun's out, buns out, right? Hot girl summer, hot boy summer, right? Hot boy, bling, bling. So it's all of that energy is here, right? So you have to, yes, sexual alchemy, alchemize that energy. Or if Spirit's giving me two energies. So if you're in a relationship, yes, express that love. It's nothing wrong with pleasure. It's nothing wrong with desire. It's nothing wrong with sharing that beautiful intimacy with the partner, that whole tantric energy. Yes, rise that kundalini. It's nothing wrong with that, right? But if you are single, right, be protective of your energy, right? As you know, it's a little wild out there in the streets. So just be mindful of your energy. Now, if you're not looking for anyone, cultivate that energy in healthy ways, right? As far as breathing, as far as grounding, as far as dancing, release that creative energy in different ways, okay? But it's nothing wrong with having fun. It's nothing wrong with receiving pleasure. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier about some of us are so disciplined. We don't know how to have fun. We don't know how to receive pleasure because we've been so disciplined. So finding that balance and opening up to yourself, because it's all a part of self-love and nourishing yourself and knowing your worth and your value. You deserve love. You deserve fun. You deserve to have your desires met. Okay? So yeah, we in that time. We in that energy. Okay. 4 rules of self-mastery. Yeah. Like every 20 minutes. I mean, hey, all I got to say about the sexual energy, find somebody that matches your energy and it won't be a problem. All right. And that's it and that's all. And I'm leaving it there. I ain't talking about no more sexy stuff with y'all. Y'all better stop that. Don't come on here talking about that unless y'all ain't ready. We could do a whole don't get me started. Don't get me started, okay? The lower nature of hooking one's attention is the root socially engineered, socially domestication, and the mentalism frequency. Yes. The lion does not typically hunt and eat a lot. You can imagine their energy, some black men in the hood who eat government cheese and reproduce. Yo, you wild. You wilding out. You wilding out, Bob. Hey, Bob. You wilding right now. Yeah, he said, but your randomness in your comments made me laugh. Yeah, I love it. The average female thinks about mating at least 10 minutes. This is all part of the energy, y'all. This is all the part of the energy, the magnetizing women and electrifying men. Yes, electromagnetism. Absolutely, Xavier. My goddess, appreciate you. Gratitude. Peace, goddess, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Don't mind. I know. All right, you guys. So I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been on here. It feel like we've been in a portal. It feel like I've been in a tunnel. All right. I love y'all so much. I give y'all so much thanks and so much gratitude. Thank y'all so much for vibing out with me. Thank y'all so much for y'all beautiful comments, y'all beautiful questions, y'all beautiful energy. All right. We went deep today and we went back up high. Remain centered in your highest self. Remain centered in your love and light. And remember to be your authentic self, no matter what that looks like. Okay, you guys? If you guys would like to book any readings, any astrology classes, any personal sessions, all of that information is down in the description box below. Again, if you guys would like to donate to my Cash App or my PayPal, all of that is down in the description box below. Yeah, and I love you guys, and I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all have a beautiful week, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, and enjoy y'all day. Continue to remain high and peace, wholeness, love, and light. Bye, you guys. Catch you on the next one.